Hey everybody, this is an unboxing of the Vernee Mix 2. So this is another bezel-less phone out of China. Probably mid-tier price range. The specs are Helio P25 processor, 6-inch display with a 1080 by 2160 resolution at 18 by 9 aspect ratio, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs internal storage, and the battery is pretty big, 4,200 milliamps. So let's open the box up. Oh, okay, this blue is quite interesting. Okay, let's put the phone to the side. Let's check out what comes in the box. Okay, not much to unbox, everything's out in the open. So you have this China plug, aka European plug. This is not a USB-C, so this phone does not use a USB-C. It's a USB 3.0. You get a screen protector. These are not tempered glass though, these are plastic film. SIM ejector tool, papers, and a case. So the case has these very visible bumpers for the corners. So, oh, okay, screen protectors already. Anyway, let's get to my favorite part. Peel. Okay, this is funny. So there's a plastic film protective, and then there's still a screen protector already on there. As you can see, I'm just gonna take this off too because the bubble is kind of annoying. So there's 2 layers of protection on the screen, and then on top of that, they give you 2 more. The back, there's probably another piece right here. So this is a very nice looking phone. The blue is very reflective like the HTC U Ultra U11 type of phones. Feels pretty good in the hand. 16 by 9 aspect ratio, feels very solid. So you see that the bottom bezel is pretty big, but other than that, pretty impressive top and sides. You already see an earpiece right here. I like the fingerprint reader too. It's circular and it's like right in the middle in a good spot. Dual camera is good too. Not much of a camera bump. It's a pretty good looking phone. Okay, so the phone has already been set up apparently because this is my first time opening the device. So you see right off the bat a very stock looking Android. The buttons are backwards, so I'll flip it. So I'm gonna play around with the phone a little bit, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I'm back. So I played with this phone for a few hours. This phone isn't really finished. It needs a lot of work software wise, so I can't really do a full hands-on review of this phone. But just a quick impressions anyway. So hardware, as I mentioned in the unboxing, it's very nice. So this is a pretty big phone. It's roughly the same size as the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, which I would like to put side by side, but I can't do that right now because I'm actually recording this video with the Galaxy Note 8. But just for reference, this is the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. It's a little bit taller than the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. You can see a little bit thicker, but otherwise the same level of riff. So this is about the same size as the Note 8 basically. It's a big phone. So looking at the phone, it's very nice. The bottom bezels are pretty big, of course, but this phone is only 170 bucks US dollars. So for 170 bucks, this is a beautiful design. Like if you're holding this in public and and your hands covering the bottom bezel, it looks very high-end, top-notch from the front. The 6-inch display, it's pretty good, but a couple of things. So the hardware, the physical button, the power button, it's quite mushy. Like it almost makes me worried that it's gonna break on me. That after a couple of months, I'm gonna press it, it's not gonna be responsive. It's just mushy and not tactile feeling. And the fingerprint reader, it's not the fastest. So what is it? Yeah. So it works fine, but there's a delay. So I'll put it on. So there's like a pause, whereas other phones that I've tested is usually immediate. Not a big deal if this is a normal. So it takes like half a second. Software wise, this is stock Android just about. The settings page it's very bare bones. One of the good things is you are able to search in settings. A lot of the Chinese budget phones I tried, you cannot search in settings. When you type whatever, it doesn't show up. So here, settings is you get to search, so that's cool. But there are not a lot of gestures. So you have motion gestures right here, such as flip to mute and slide up with 3 fingers for screenshots. But that's about it. There's no like draw a circle to turn on the flashlight or double tap a button to turn on the camera. All that. You do get to jump back and forth between apps by double tapping on the square button. This is something that's quite important for me. I use a lot, so it's frustrating when other Chinese phones don't have it. So I'll put the phone through Gearbest really quick if you're interested in the numbers. So 815 single core, 2650 multi-core. And let's check out device info really quick for specs. So 2160 by 1080 display, 4 gigs of RAM. This is a 6-inch display, by the way. 64 gigs of internal storage out of the box supposedly, but you're really only getting like 50. Battery is 4,200 milliamps, so it should be very good battery life. And Wi-Fi, you do get both A, B, G, N, so you get to connect to 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz. So in terms of graphics and gaming, you are able to handle most games fine, but right now I'm playing a graphic intense, like a really heavy game, and there's a little bit of a frame rate drop. But notice the slightly rounded corners of the display. I think that's pretty elegant for a phone that's only 170 bucks. That's really, this is a really good display. Look at the curved corners. So you see that there's a little bit of a frame rate drop when I'm turning too fast here. But otherwise, this is a really bulky, heavy game. If I'm playing something like Mario Run, it will definitely run fine. So let's check out some YouTube videos for the sound. If you watch my videos, you know what video I'm about to go to right now. So color's a little bit flat. So right now I'm already on max volume, so the volume's also a little bit flat. So there's virtually no bass in the speakers. The colors, let's see if it's just this video. Colors a little bit on the cool side, definitely. Still looks good though. The YouTube app still is not letting me crop the whole video yet for this phone. I'm able to do that on other phones. So this phone has a couple of different gestures. So you notice that earlier when I held the button, it was able to go into split screen. So let's try it again. So it's weird, when you hold the volume button, then you go into split screen mode. So that's just something Vernee puts on the phone, because you know otherwise Android you're supposed to long tap, long press on the square button. So multitasking seems to work fine. The video's playing, everything. So as mentioned earlier, this phone seems to have a little bit, it needs a software update basically, because first of all the camera is pretty bad right now. It's the same problem as I had with the Maze Alpha. I don't know if you remember, if you watched that video. See, look at how blurry everything is right now. So in general, the camera it's really slow to focus. See, so right now it's still not really focused, and look how blurry that postcard looks. I'm not that far. I mean, it's just right here. So that's, see, so now it finally focused. So it took like 3 seconds, and then you see the photo quality is definitely lacking. There's a little bit of blur right there, as if like my camera got wet or something. So look at, this is the photo. It's pretty lacking in details considering it's just right here. Look at how much clearer it is in the video. So the camera definitely needs a software update. I'm convinced they'll fix it though, because the Maze Alpha, when I first got the phone, it has similar problems, and then after the software update it fixed it. Also, another big problem is when you take selfies, the selfie camera is on the bottom of the device, so you have to flip the phone upside down when you take selfies, which is fine, except watch. So now I'm on selfie mode. I'm gonna have to flip the phone to do it, but then this button doesn't flip. The app itself doesn't flip. So I have to take selfies like this, but the button is all the way up here. So that's kind of awkward, right? So I have to hold the phone like this to take a selfie, and that means it's quite hard for me to not get my finger in the frame. So because on other phones where you have to flip the device to take a picture, the camera app will flip alongside the phone, so then you can still have the shutter button down here, but not the Vernee Mix 2. I'm certain that Vernee will fix this. This just needs a software update, but the fact that they shipped me this phone with the unfinished software makes it very tough for me to continue, you know, testing the phone. So usually I'll have photo samples and stuff. I'm not even gonna do that because the camera right now is just so bad. If this camera gets better, if the software is fixed, then this phone is a great value at $170 because the display looks great, and I like the back a lot too, and it feels really sturdy in the hand. Like, this is not a phone that you hold and it feels cheap. I mean, I handle a lot of really expensive phones, so I have an iPhone 10 here. And, you know, to be honest, if I hold the iPhone 10 and I hold this, they feel similar level of heft and craftsmanship. I mean, obviously the iPhone 10 is much more powerful, but in terms of just in-hand feel, the Vernee Mix 2 feels very damn nice. Like, everything just feels solid. There's no creaking, no edges, other than that power button that's a little bit mushy. So if they fix the camera, great purchase. If they don't fix it, then this phone is a no-go. But I mean, look at how good it looks now with the screen off. It's like this beautiful, sleek black slab. And you do get a notification LED. I know that's big for a lot of people in Southeast Asia. So that's it for now. I might do another video if they improve on the software. For now, this phone I can't cover anymore. Thanks for watching.